Hey everyone, welcome to the BME life. So I know it's been a while ever since I've uploaded a video. I know today we're going to be talking about different career paths that you could follow with a biomedical engineering major. And obviously you're not limited to whatever I'm going to mention. There's a lot of other things you could do. This is just, I think, like the most general outline I could personally come up with, and from what I've heard from my professors or industry professionals. So I just want to share with you because I know whenever I started, I really had no idea of what I could do with a BME degree. So before getting into the video, I want to take just a quick second to thank everyone who supported the BME Life merch thing. Thank you all so much, every single one of you, for buying some merch. It really means a lot to me, all your support. You know, some of you were my friends, some of you were my family, but some of you were people I didn't really know. So I think that was really cool that you guys, supported me. So thank you so much. And I just wanted to let everyone know that whatever profit we make from selling BME merch is actually being put back to the channel. So for example, we'll be doing a Battle of the Engineers series that is going to be really cool. It's going to be a series where different engineering disciplines will battle each other in a series of games, just for fun, nothing challenging really. But it's just a start, and it's going to hopefully become something bigger and greater and more challenging. But for now, your support by buying the merch has helped us do more things. So if you would like to support this channel, please go buy some merch, or just go at the BME Life if you are interested in any merch. So anyways, just to go back into the video, like I said, there's a lot of things you can do in BME. So I'm just gonna go briefly, or not briefly, but over the general outline of what you could do with a BME degree. So the first thing you can do with a BME degree is go into industry, and I feel like that's what I personally want to do. At least at the moment, that's what my goal is. So industry can be divided into different things. I think the bigger area is the medical device industry. So medical devices are instruments or just devices that can help prevent, treat, or diagnose medical conditions. So for example, there's wound healing medical device market. So for example, Salary KCI is a company here in San Antonio. They do negative pressure therapy for wound healing treatments, and they're one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one, in wound healing. So that's something you could go into. Other medical devices could include, like, in the cardiac area, so like pacemakers, stents, things like that. So medical devices, there's all kinds of medical devices. It can be anything from like scissors to something really complex like an MRI machine. But within the medical device industry, there's a lot of things you can do. So for example, some of the positions you could have in a medical device company would be like a CEO, CTO, CFO, obviously all those big executive positions. But also, you can be a project manager, you can be a product development engineer, quality assurance engineer, you could be an R&D engineer, just like doing all the research to support your product or to add to the marketing strategy of your device. Something else you can do is manufacturing, engineering, or sales and marketing. There's a lot of things, and those are just some examples. Another thing in industry is the big pharma, all the pharmaceutical companies that do drugs. I would think that's more like chemical engineering. It can be a lot of manufacturing, a lot of research and development. So that's also something you can do if you're interested in creating drugs. Like, going along with that is also the food industry and the makeup industry. So another career path you could follow with BME is academia. Most of them have a PhD, and then you are a professor, but you also hold your lab, and you're in charge of you're a principal investigator to a lab that's focusing on a project or several projects in one area. So for example, here at UTSA, We have three main concentrations, which is like biomechanics, imaging, and tissue and cellular engineering. I used to be at a tissue engineering lab. I really liked it. All the cell culture was really fun, and just doing all this research and actually working hands-on on a wet lab is like really fun. Doing research is really honorable because they do it because they have a passion for it. You know, I think research is great. I personally want to follow more of the industry career path, but research would definitely be something I would be interested in also. And a lot of companies actually get their ideas from schools, like they get them from academia, they license technologies and they put them in the market. Another career path you could follow is healthcare. It was really surprising to me that when I came into the BME program, I saw that quite a few of my classmates were actually wanting to go into medical school after getting their biomedical engineering degree. I believe that biomedical engineering is a great alternative if you want to go into medical school rather than doing biology or pre-med. You could do biomedical engineering if you want to take more of a challenge. I've heard that medical school is like that. In an engineering degree, you're taught how to think. More than think, I mean more like solve problems. So biomedical engineering is a great program because it gives you the engineering and the biomedical background, and then you have some sort of advantage when you go into medical school. There's right now a lot of PhD and MD programs that you can do if you can't decide and you just feel like you want to do both. It's definitely a very ambitious program, but I think there's people that just have a real passion for it. So if that's you, I think a PhD and MD program would be great. And you know, if you see yourself in a hospital environment but are not really feeling the doctor or surgery stuff, or you just don't want to spend that much time in school anymore, another thing you can do is become some sort of technical expert. So for example, I was actually considering this program at a UT Health in Houston. Their program was cardiac device specialist. That was their title, I think. And it was a 6-month program where you basically get a certificate for being a cardiac specialist, and they teach you electrophysiology and all the devices that they use for like the electrical mapping of the heart, and just like different devices and instruments that you would use with a cardiologist or like an electrophysiologist. And when you finish that program, you work with a doctor. You can do a lot of it with it. You can work for a cardiac device company. The reason why I decided to not go with it, even though I do have some sort of passion for like the cardiac area of medicine, I didn't want to do it because it was very expensive. It's like a master's, what you would expect to pay for a master's, so around $30,000. But you're not getting a master's, you're just getting a certification. However, with that certification, you could get really good job positions that, according to the program description, you could get paid up to like 300,000, like between 90 and 300K. So, you know, if you want something quick and if you're interested in working at the hospital with patients and working closely with a doctor, I think that's a great program. I'm sure there's other programs for other medical fields that are not cardiology. Just look it up if you're interested. I will leave the link down below if you're interested in that program. I think it's really cool. Next, we have very interesting side of BME, which is the legal stuff. So I know there's patent attorneys, there's, you know, all the FDA regulations that companies have to go through. With a BME degree, you can work for the FDA or other agency that's like a patent examiner. I heard that the FDA pays really well and they do some sort of rotation program. I'm not too sure about this, but one time in one of my classes I heard that another thing you can do in the legal side of BME is work for like the FBI or some other similar agency with like determining, for example, if there's a car crash and someone dies in the car crash, you can help determine how exactly they died. I'm honestly not really sure about that, but I've heard it before, so you could just look into it if that's something you're interested in. So just to go back to the industry career path, there are some industries that are not pharma or medical devices that a BME could go into. For example, NASA, space exploration, SpaceX, all those people require biomedical engineers. One time I applied for an internship where NASA was doing some sort of like cell culture under space conditions. Or, they also need to study how gravitational forces affect the human body throughout the years. Another company that's also doing BME related stuff is Apple. As you guys know, Apple, they have their Apple Watch that can do now an ECG. It's just nice to have something that can help people just feel more confident and just like be able to monitor their health more regularly. Apple is definitely a great company, very innovative. So I'm sorry, my microphone just died, but I just wanted to wrap up this video and say that I really wanted to do this career path outline just to introduce the concept, because I want to start uploading more videos about it. So basically kind of like talk about different biomedical engineering companies that you could work at or that exist, and just talk about them and what they do, just so you can get more familiar with them, and it would also help me get more familiar with them. And other than that, also maybe talk about specific positions that you can have as a biomedical engineer and what kind of experience you need to obtain that. Salaries are very important, so expected salaries. I really want to do that because I really want to put more informational content in this channel, and I want you guys to learn things from this channel, so that's why I want to do this. And it's also gonna help me learn because I'm like half a year away from graduating, so kind of need to learn this already. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.